Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this session of Spokane Public Schools' Keep Learning series for literacy. Today's lesson is for third graders and any others who want to join us. My name is Sharon Withrow, and I'm an instructional coach at Bemis Elementary in Spokane Public Schools. I get to be your teacher for this lesson, and I'm so glad you are participating with me today. If you didn't see our previous lessons, you can find them on the KSPS website. And of course, you can still tune in today. Today, we will be learning how readers can understand how a character's actions change the stories they read. Readers do that by asking questions to understand the traits, motivations, and feelings of the characters. The questions readers ask are, what are the character's traits? What are the motivations for the character's actions, and how did the character feel? All of these questions will help us to better understand the character, as well as relate to the character and what they're going through. When we can make connections with the character, we can better understand what's happening in the story. The story that we're going to read today is Judy Moody Saves the World by Megan McDonald and illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. We will just be reading a short excerpt today out of the longer book, just 2 chapters. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Batty for Banana Peels. Science, everybody, said Mr. Todd. Let's continue our discussion of the environment. Rainforests everywhere are being cut down. When you take medicine or bounce a ball or pop a balloon, you're using something that came from the rainforest. And right here at home, malls are replacing trees, animals are disappearing, and we're running out of places to put all of our trash. Today, let's come up with ways we can help save the earth. Sometimes it's good to start small. Think of ways we can help at home, in our own families, and at school. Any ideas? Don't leave the lights on, said Haley. Recycle your homework, said Frank. And cans and bottles and stuff, said Leo. Turn garbage into dirt, said Rocky. Yes, said Mr. Todd, that's called composting. Judy raised her hand, knocking her note to the floor. Plant trees! Don't be litterbugs, said Jessica Finch. I wasn't littering, said Judy, picking up the note. She crossed out Finch in Jessica's name and changed it to Jessica Fink. Sheesh, sometimes Jessica Fink just gave her the jitterbugs. Readers, Judy crossed out Jessica's last name and changed it to Fink. The motivation I think she had for that action is because she was annoyed that Jessica pointed out that she was littering even when she wasn't. It sounds to me like Judy might sometimes have some problems with Jessica. Great, said Mr. Todd. These are all good ideas. Look around you, at home, in school, on the playground, not just in science class. How can we help the planet? How can we make the world around us a better place? We can each do our part. All it takes is one person to make a difference. One person. If all it took was one person, then she, Judy Moody, could save the world. She knew just where to start, with a banana peel. On the way home from school that afternoon, Judy asked Rocky, Hey, can you come over and eat some bananas? Sure, said Rocky. What for? Compost, said Judy. I'll eat 2, said Rocky. In Judy's kitchen, Judy and Rocky each ate 1.5 bananas. They fed the 4th and last one to Mouse, Judy's cat. Then Judy tossed all 4 banana peels into a bucket. Why don't we make a sign for the bucket that says, Turn garbage into dirt, said Rocky. Rare, said Judy. Tomorrow we can tell Mr. Todd how we started to heal the world. Double cool, said Rocky. Wait just a minute, said Judy. Why didn't I think of it before? Heal the world, that's it. What's it? My Band-Aid for the Crazy Strips contest. You'll see. Judy ran upstairs and came back with markers and some paper. At the kitchen table, Rocky made a sign for the compost bucket. while Judy drew a picture of the earth with a Band-Aid on it. She wrote, "Heal the world" under the globe in her best not in cursive letters. Then she drew banana peels all around the world. Stink came into the kitchen. "What are you drawing?" he asked Judy. "Banana peels," said Judy. "For the crazy strip contest," Rocky said. "And you thought bats were weird," said Stink. "Bats aren't half as crazy as banana peels." He looked at the empty bowl on the table. "Hey, who ate the last banana?" "Mouse," said Judy. Judy and Rocky fell on the floor laughing. "No way," said Stink. "Just look at her whiskers," said Judy. Stink got down on the floor, face to face with the cat. "Gross. Mouse has banana smoosh on her whiskers." "Told you," said Judy. "I'm telling Mom you ate all the bananas," said Stink. "And you fed one to Mouse." "Tell her it's all in the name of science," said Judy. "You'll see. From now on there are going to be a few changes around here." "We're making compost," said Rocky. "See?" He held up his sign. "It takes like 100 years to turn garbage into dirt," said Stink. "Stink, you're going to be dirt unless you make like a tree and leave us alone." Readers, how do you think Judy is feeling at this part of the story? I think she's still very excited and enthusiastic to change the earth. She even tells her brother, from now on, there are going to be a few changes around here. This also shows me that she's determined. Judy believes that she can make a difference in saving the world. A Mr. Rubbish mood. It was still dark out when Judy woke up early the next morning. She found her flashlight and notebook. Then she tiptoed downstairs to the kitchen and started to save the world. She hoped she could save the world before breakfast. Judy wondered if other people making the world a better place had to do it quietly and in the dark so their parents would not wake up. She, Judy Moody, was in a Mr. Rubbish mood. Mr. Rubbish was the good garbage gremlin in Stink's comic book, who built his house out of French fry cartons and pop bottles. He recycled everything, even lollipop sticks, and he never used anything from the rainforest. Things that come from the rainforest. That would be a great place to start. Rubber came from the rainforest, and chocolate and spices and things like perfume, even chewing gum. Judy collected stuff from all around the house and piled it on the kitchen table. Chocolate bars, brownie mix, vanilla ice cream, her dad's coffee beans, the rubber toilet plunger, gum from Stink's gumball machine, her mom's lipstick from the bottom of her purse. She was so busy saving the rainforest that she didn't hear her family come into the kitchen. "What in the world?" Mom said. "Judy, why are you in the dark?" Dad asked, turning on the lights. Readers, I think this is a point in the story where Judy's actions are changing the story. Before this point, her family wasn't really involved, just her brother kind of arguing with her. At this point, she's done some things that have made her whole family take notice of her new goal. How do you think Judy's feeling right now? You're right. I think she's proud of herself for taking care of the earth. But I wonder if her family feels the same. Let's read on to find out. "Hey, my gumball machine," Stink said. Judy held out her arms to block the way. "We're not going to use this stuff anymore. It's all from the rainforest," she told them. "Says who?" said Stink. "Says Mr. Rubbish and Mr. Todd. They cut down way too many trees to grow coffee and give us makeup and chewing gum. Mr. Todd says the earth is our home and we have to take action to save it. We don't need all this stuff." "I need gum," yelled Stink. "Give me back my gum." "Stink, don't yell. Haven't you ever heard of noise pollution?" "Is my coffee in there?" Dad asked, rubbing his hair. "Judy, is that ice cream? It's dripping all over the table." Mom carried the leaky carton over to the sink. Zzz, zzz. Judy made the sound of a chainsaw cutting down trees. "She's batty," Stink said. Dad put the brownie mix back in the cupboard. Mom took the toilet paper off of the kitchen table and headed for the bathroom. Readers, how are Judy's actions affecting her family? I definitely get a clue about how Stink is feeling from that illustration. Readers, how would you describe how Stink is feeling? You're right. Stink looks angry or mad or frustrated. It actually looks like he blew his top in that picture. Why is Stink so upset? I think it's because Judy's being very bossy and trying to tell her family what they can and cannot have. I also notice, readers, that her parents aren't really concerned about Judy's mission. They just start putting back things where they belong. Time for Plan B. Project RECYCLE. She, Judy Moody, would show her family just how much they hurt the planet. Every time someone threw something away, she would write it down. She got her notebook and looked in the trash can. She wrote down 1 orange juice can, 1 inside of a one orange juice can, 1 inside of a peanut butter jar lid, 1 plastic bread bag, 4 broken eggshells, smelly, yucky, wet coffee grounds, 3 paper muffin holders, 2 smooshed Scarlet O'Cherry juice boxes, and straws, half a bowl of oatmeal. Stink, you shouldn't throw gooey old oatmeal in the trash, Judy said. Dad, tell her to quit spying on me. I'm a garbage detective, said Judy. Garbologist to you. Mr. Todd says if you want to learn what to recycle, you have to get to know your garbage. Here, said Stink, sticking something wet and mushy under Judy's nose. Get to know my apple core. Hardy har har, said Judy. Hasn't anybody in this family ever heard of the 3 R's? The 3 R's, asked Dad. Reuse, recycle. What's the third one? Asked Stink. Refuse to talk to little brothers until they quit throwing stuff away. Mom, I'm not going to stop throwing stuff away just because Judy's having a trash attack. Look at all this stuff we throw away, Judy said. Did you know that one person throws away more than 8 pounds of garbage a day? We recycle all our glass and cans, said Mom. And newspapers, Dad said. But what about this, said Judy, picking up a plastic bag out of the trash. This bread bag could be a purse or carry a library book. What's so great about eggshells, asked Stink, and smelly old ground-up coffee? Readers, I want you to think about how Judy's actions are building upon what we already learned about her in the previous chapter. In the first chapter, we decided that she was enthusiastic and determined to save the earth. What's happened in this chapter that shows us those traits? You're right. She's trying to boss her family into being more careful about the earth. She's grabbed all their things that came from the rainforest to try to change their minds. I think that Judy is still enthusiastic, although probably a little frustrated with how her family is responding. You can use eggshells to feed plants or make compost. Just then, something in the trash caught her eye. A pile of popsicle sticks. Judy pulled it out. Hey, my Laura Ingalls Wilder log cabin I made in 2nd grade. It looks like a glue museum to me, said Stink. I'm sorry, Judy, Mom said. I should have asked first, but we can't save everything, honey. Recycle it, said Stink. You could use it for kindling, to start a fire, or break it down into toothpicks. Not funny, Stink. Judy, you are not even ready for school yet. Let's talk about this later, said Dad. It's time to get dressed. It was no use. Nobody listened to her. Judy trudged upstairs, feeling like a sloth without a tree. Readers, how would you describe Judy's feelings right now? The author gives us a great clue by saying she felt like a sloth without a tree. You're right. I think Julie feels like her family doesn't understand her and what's important to her. I wonder if that will change. Let's read on to find out. I won't even wear lipstick today if it'll make you feel better, Mom called up the stairs. And I'll only drink half a cup of coffee, Dad said, but Judy could hardly hear him over the grinding of the rainforest coffee beans. Her family sure knew how to ruin a perfectly good Mr. Rubbish mood. She put on her jeans and her spotted owl t-shirt, and to save water, she did not brush her teeth. She clomped downstairs in a mad-at-your-whole-family mood. "Here's your lunch," said Mom. "Mom, it's in a paper bag." "What's wrong with that?" Stink asked. "Don't you get it?" said Judy. "They cut down trees to make paper bags. Trees give shade. They help control global warming. We would die without trees. They make oxygen and help take dust and stuff out of the air." "Dust?" said Mom. "Let's talk about cleaning your room if we're going to talk about dust." Mom! How was she supposed to do important things like save trees if she couldn't even save her family tree? That did it. Judy went straight to the garage and dug out her Sleeping Beauty lunchbox from kindergarten. "Are you really going to take that baby lunchbox on the bus? Where the whole world can see?" asked Stink. "I'm riding my bike today," said Judy, "to save energy." "See you at school then." Stink waved his paper bag lunch at her. If only she could recycle her little brother. "Go ahead, be a tree hater," called Judy. "It's your funeral." Making the world a better place sure was complicated. I hope you enjoyed our story today as much as I did. Judy Moody has several books, and you can find them at the Spokane Public Library if you're interested in reading more. I have enjoyed doing some literacy learning with you today. Thank you for joining me as you keep learning from home. I look forward to seeing you again at our next lesson on KSPS.